Okay, I think this is working. All right, so I just wanted to first start off with talking about some of the activities that we did in class that I enjoyed. Um, I enjoyed pretty much all of the activities that we did. So, sneaking up the line is the first one that I have in front of me, and I just thought that this would be a really good activity for me to use in my class. Definitely as a longer warm up. I thought this would be good for my kids to um, just to get their thinking going because it does work your brain so much. It just picks at your brain so much to think about. It's not just easy. It's not something you can just do with a paper and pencil as far as getting an answer to. So I thought, giving them manipulatives, getting them up out of their seats, just a great way of getting your students active and into the question, into the problem. That was a good one that I thought. Um, I really enjoyed the worksheets with the patterns that we did. I thought this is something that I could definitely do in class, just to kind of go over tricks. I think tricks are kind of good to look at, and I do like teaching my kids just little tricks like that. Like when we add three numbers that are consecutive in order, you know, what is the pattern there? What's going on? And today when we did the consecutive even numbers, that kind of got my head thinking because I wasn't really sure what the pattern was when you add three consecutive even numbers. So I thought again this would be something that just a teachable moment. Whether you have a pattern section, which I think I do have a pattern section. I know in sixth grade I did. I think in seventh grade we still do, but that would be good. And using the multiplication chart from, or just the chart from 1 to 100, the number chart from 1 to 100 has so many patterns as well, and you could just have kids find all sorts of patterns and discuss, what's going on. Which leads me to the calendar. I thought the calendar was a great activity, just getting them again thinking to find what's going on as far as the four corners or the diagonal. I thought all of these things were good things that I could definitely use in class, and I could see that being a good segue into a lesson. Um, the other thing is I'm looking at my agenda sheet here that I really enjoyed. I definitely want to do this is the mathematical glyphs that we did. I thought that was really cool. And today in class, there's definitely some things that could be tweaked. Like I would maybe use integers instead of the one thing that we used, which I think was just natural numbers. Um, just changing it up to make it fit exactly what you're doing or exactly what your curriculum is all about. And I think that would just be something that's really fun for them. Again, getting them up out of their seat and thinking and trying to match up with people. That's probably the best way that they learn is by actually getting up and doing things. So um, definitely think that would be something I would love to use in class. And then I just jotted down that I thought it was cool that the word that you call the actual items that are repeating for this goes back to patterns, but it's called the repetend. I did not know that. So now when I teach repeating digits, repeating decimals and things, I can actually give them the official word. Not that they'll remember it, but it would still be beneficial to do that. To hit on the reflection questions, number one, what benefits did you gain today from working with teachers across different grade levels? I always love working with different grade levels, and I think I kind of always say the same thing. I'm probably going to say the same thing the whole week, just on these questions, because it's always beneficial to work with other people at different schools, and especially different grade levels, because you get an idea of where your kids are going, and if they're younger. For me in middle school, it's perfect because I get to see where are they coming from when I talk to the elementary guys, and where are they going when I talk to the high school people, and that's always cool just to get a sense of wow, they're still doing that in high school, or wow, you guys do that all the way back there in elementary school. And that it's kind of a pain sometimes to think of it like that, but at the same time, that's kind of when you can get ideas, and okay, this is what they do in high school, so maybe they can give me some pointers as far as what's something how I could maybe advance this or tweak this. So I always love that. Um, Number two, how did the experience of working with teachers across grade levels impact your learning of algebra and functions? Um, Again, I mean, I probably want to talk more about the high school people, but they just have more knowledge on these things that I haven't seen in forever. And um, some of the things that really rack my brain, it's great when I can have them just kind of sit me through something, and it's like I'm the student again almost, where they just help me work through it and figure out the tougher problems. Um, so that's how it impacts my learning because they help me out when I need it. And then if there's lower things that they don't remember, well, then I can hopefully give them some feedback. Number three, how did the experiences of working with teachers across grade levels impact your knowledge of how students learn? Algebra and functions, again, just the idea of figuring out where the kids are going, where they're coming from. How could they how do they use this stuff in high school or versus elementary? It's great to just hear those different positions and inputs all around, and I think I'm constantly learning when I get to pick the brains of the other people at the table um, myself, which is awesome. So, what difficulties did you experience from working with teachers? Actually, I don't know. I don't really think there were any difficulties. I think the only difficulty might be that some of the high school people might not realize that, oh my goodness, these guys don't get this because they deal with it all the time. We haven't seen it forever. And elementary school teachers are probably thinking, like that's not nearly what we do at our level. So we need to, like, as far as generalizing, we should be a little more broad. But um, I don't really think there's that many difficulties. I think it's just great in general. So that would conclude my message. Thank you.